A bombshell day at Hawthorn, one of the biggest days in the club's 119-year history. The jungle drums were beating last night after Sam Mitchell pulled himself out of the Collingwood race, and it escalated at 1,000,000 miles today.
We heard Jeff Kennett say a number of times, we will not be talking to Alastair until the end of the season, but things change if suddenly Sam Mitchell, the man they really respect, suddenly starts being spoken to by Collingwood. So maybe it has brought everything to a head.
It can only be a number of scenarios, really. Either he doesn't think he's ready, or he's been promised something by Hawthorn, which, you know, with Alastair Clarkson sitting there as the incumbent, would probably be a little bit surprising.
It would be great to do a succession plan for next year, but how's Alastair going to feel at the end of this year if he isn't offered a new deal? That hasn't happened to him since pre-premierships. Will Sam be prepared to work with Alastair next year? I'm not sure.
What's going to win the game? Toughness and a collective attacking mindset.
He was the early preferred candidate to replace Nathan Buckley on a full-time basis. So the next question is why? And everyone is extremely tight-lipped on this tonight, potentially suspiciously so, including his manager, Peter Lenton. Clearly has implications for Hawthorn, post-Alastair Clarkson, beyond 2022.
If they have prioritised Mitchell over Clarkson, and if it's at the expense of Alastair Clarkson leaving, that's a big mistake.
It's a big day for Hawthorn. We're talking about a couple of two of the biggest sort of names in Hawthorn's history.
The end has got to come at some point in time. My wife and I have been wrestling with this, not just in this last 18 months, but for a period of time. When is it? When is it?
These decisions are not easy. Far from it. You have both the emotional attachment one does to the most successful coach in recent times, and you have a governance responsibility as a board to think about the next lap, if I can put it that way, for the Hawthorn Football Club.
Pride and excitement and joy and trepidation. There's a whole heap, I think it's a big job.
It's really hard to split yourself away from that emotional attachment that you have to your players and your club. And so there's no easy time to find when it's the right time to leave.
It's a new world that I'm going to embark on at some point, and I'll be as well prepared as any at that point, in my age and my position. But really, I am very, very excited and joyous at what that's going to bring.
It wasn't a personal decision, right? I've been very careful in my 2 terms here not to fall in love with the liniment.
Well, Jason Dunstall helped appoint Alastair Clarkson back in 2004, and he's the perfect person to lean on tonight. Jace, welcome.